Overwatch 2, no, Overwatch 1 Lore. In this series we go through the comics, read through them, and I do a breakdown based on what I know. So we've covered all the way up until issue 7, where we're going to be going through Legacy. And looks like it's going to be based on Anna Amara? Yeah, it says Anna here. Actually, next 2 issues will be about Anna. So before we jump into it, as usual, let's jump into game. Fix the... Oh, by the way, if you like this content, do like and subscribe. If not for me, for the Zealot. Wog! 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 So much fun. Carbon Zealots. Alright, so let's go through these skins and see what we can learn about Anna Amari. Okay, former second in command of Overwatch, Anna Amari uses her skills and expertise to defend her home and the people she cares for. Okay, so pretty badass. Second in command of Overwatch. Okay, nothing here, but of other skins. Cyber Medic. Cool skin, of course, because she's in the healing. Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? This is the more desert outfit. Oh, it's even got the cross. I forgot the name of that specific one. My Egyptian mythology isn't what it should be. This might again, some of these skins are canonical. This one I don't think it is. That said, like, this is very interesting because you can see like the desert outfit. Okay, pirate skin. Merciful. Oh, Anna's bionic rifle uses a modified version of Mercy's healing technology, though the weapon was created against the Doctor's wishes. Yeah, so yes, even though they're on quote the good guys, not everybody agrees with everything. Shrike. Recently, Anna has operated under the alias of Shrike and is wanted for espionage, assault, and theft in Egypt. Okay, so she's actually a fugitive. This one specifically will cover in the second comic because it's there. It's also one of the cooler skins, the headpiece especially. Same gun. Goal. Oh, very nice. Tal. Don't know the backstory of this one. Captain Amari. Okay, Captain Anna Amari was Strike Commander Morris's second in command of Overwatch. Alright, it's what we knew before, but basically a younger version of her before her hair, turned white. Horus. Oh, Anna's side was Horus when she served in the Egyptian military during the Omnic crisis. Oh, Horus. Horus, the Egyptian deity with the bird head, I believe. One of the Egyptian hero gods and one of the more popular ones. Let's take a look at the gun. Yep, same rifle. Tal. Okay, we passed this. Cabana. When it was time for rest and relaxation, Anna's favorite choice was to pack her bags and head for Hawaii. I wonder whether that plays a part into Farah, because, okay, as we now know, Anna Amari is the mother of Farah Amari, that I actually covered in a previous video. You can check that out on my YouTube channel, and interesting that her vacation spot is on the other side of the world, but that does happen. Oh, she even has Arabic words on her gun for the Cabana set. Okay, very interesting. I like the relaxation gear. What does the grenade look like? Oh, it's the dart gun. Okay, Pharaoh. Yep, with the Egyptian theme, although it's more of a mummy. Yeah, there were female pharaohs, so this counts. Snow Owl. Oh man, this is cool. This also has that Native American vibe, although we know she's definitely not Native American. Sniper. Okay, during the Omnic crisis, the Egyptian military, after their elite snipers, including Anna Amari, with cybernetic ocular implants, greatly improving her efficiency in the defense of their country. Oh, holy shit! So she actually had surgery to improve her eyesight. Oh, I like this gun a lot. It's much more like a military grade rifle. Like a lot of the other weapons felt almost like hunting rifles. This one really has that military look to it. Suppressor on the end, latches and everything. What does this one look like? Yeah, it looks the same. Night Owl. Okay, so this is a variant of the Snow Owl. I Oh, look at the backpack. That's cool. Does no owl have that? Yeah, and also, oh, it says a knife back there too. Alright, very cool, very cool. But not that much story except the fact that we know that Ana was the second in command of Overwatch, a vigilante, according to the... Which one was it? Shrike, according to the Shrike skin, which is one of the popular ones at cosplays. And also that she was a highly decorated officer in the Egyptian military, probably the army, based on all of this. You can see this is in her, like, again, this is when she was in Overwatch, this is when she was in the army. This is also when in the army. I guess that this was like a full combat gear. It really looks like a bird, doesn't it? Like the way that the way it curves, like almost like wings. I assume this was desert camouflage, and maybe this could have been her. No, that's a vacation outfit. This could have been her more like dress uniform. And this, of course, is when she joined Overwatch. Like, you can see that these are reskins. Yeah, literally reskins, whereas this one you have a completely different plate. Alright, so let's see what the comic can tell us about Ana Amari. Let's jump into it. Oh yeah, that happens. Alright. Legacy. Oops, wrong button. Oh no. Crap. Loading. By the way, link to this will be down in the description. Okay, by Ed Robinson, artist Bengal. All these good people. J. Jordan Hill, Chris Betson, creative consultant Michael Chu. Yep, all these good people, including James Roth. I think James is with Frostgiant now. Chris Metzen has gone off to do... Again, Chris Metzen was the writer for Warcraft, so definitely part of the creative consulting team. Alright, let's get to it. I've done this job proudly since the Omnic crisis, but I have grown wary. I don't know how much longer I have it in me. A new recruit approached me just the other day. He looked at my rifle stock, all the notches, and asked me how many people I've killed. You can hear the admiration in his voice. Okay, so we see Ana Amari set up in a sniper's nest. Looks like in a bombed out apartment. I've considered one of the finest snipers on the planet. My cybernetic eye makes my vision 6 times greater than normal. My scope brings that to 600 times. I rarely even need the scope. My rifle is a Kinamari. Today I'm using 3.88 rounds, accurate to 2000 meters. Bullet travels at 980 meters per second. I could do with less, but enemies don't get up from this. The key is not to hesitate. When you have to shoot, you take the shot. That's how you stay alive. That's how you keep your people alive. Okay, so a lot of introspection. Good technical details. You can see that I guess she's counting her kills of some sort. She definitely just shot a guy. Yep, definitely a guy. Yep, pretty simple. All units, this is Morrison. We have hostages. Moving out. Ana, you ready? Okay, so this is Strike Commander Morrison, aka Soldier 76. Roger that. I'm looking out for you. Okay, so we have some drones. These agents, my unit. Take care of us, Mama Bear. Old enough to be mother, some of them. Sing's younger sister has Down syndrome. Kimmo has 3 little ones of her own. Miyambri's husband has cancer. Every one of them has someone who depends on them. So I do this to protect them, my family. Clearing a lane. Okay, that's interesting. I guess this is Sing. I guess this is Miyambri. Don't know who these guys are. This, I assume, is Strike Commander Morrison, aka Soldier, in his younger days. But I also know that every target, no, every person I kill has someone who cares for them as well. It breaks my heart. Each one, another notch in my rifle. Another weight on my soul. Some snipers like to wound their targets. It draws out the medics and other soldiers to let them kill more of them. I can't stomach that, the needless suffering. I think of my own daughter, my Fariha, I won't do that to other people's children. What these scientists know about the project can't fall to Talon's hands. We need to go. Looks like all clear. Take the alley to the right and cut through the warehouse. Alright, so basically what she's done is she's set up literal Overwatch. So let's try and figure out where they are. So she's set up somewhere here. Looking at probably... I don't know where exactly she's looking. She could be looking down the street here. I can't tell based on the buildings exactly where the team is. Why there's a bombed out city. It's tongues. I can't tell what city this is as of right now. Yeah, so basically what you do is that you have a sniper watching over the position. Basically to give you an eye like, oh, somebody's coming, you drop them. It seems that these guys are Talon. This one might actually be a lady. Look at the physique. Oh, could be a smaller guy. Yeah, but it's true. It's during some, for example, during the conflict in Bosnia, snipers were known to shoot. Let's say instead of going for a headshot, they would go for a stomach, so the others would rush to their aid, and then you just shoot those as well. It's technically a war crime, but that's what happened. Alright, so a simple rescue mission. It seems that they got the scientists that were being, I assume, held hostage. This city has taken a lot of damage. Like, there's no police. This is basically a war zone of some kind. It looks like. I don't know who these drones are or which side they're on. But yeah, it looks like a war zone. Like, this isn't a... This is not counter-terror. This is counter-insurgency, which is a whole different level. Alright, let's go on. Boom! Agent down, agent down. Where's the shooter? On a report. Boom! Another one goes down. Looking. Bayless was shot head on. Al-Farouk in the side. From different locations. I've been engaged. Changing position. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay, Anna moves down. Everyone good? No. Anna, can you get a handle on the shooter? Pretty sure there's two of them. I've been hearing chatter about a new talent sniper. Moves like lightning. This could be him. I have you now. Click. Morrison, the pink building, 3rd floor, corner window. Break when you see impact. Okay, so it looks like the drones are going after them, so the drones belong to Overwatch. One thing interesting is that you can definitely see by the names that they are from different countries. Al Bayless is, you know, a more Caucasian name. Al Farouk, although more Middle Eastern. So they've been hit by a sniper. They're heading straight to the nearest cover. Anna's trying to figure it out. This feels really weird for Anna to be controlling the drones, because it makes sense that if you had this kind of technology, you would have a separate operator. Let Anna focus on the sniper. Let somebody else figure out where it is. Of course, back in the day when you didn't have this kind of drone technology, yes, you would need to run basically counter sniper. And let's see where this is going. Boom! Everyone move! Anna, you too! No! Evacs on its way! Wheels up in 2 now! Beat it! Disengage, Anna! That's a... I failed my unit. I've lost my family members. That's not gonna happen again. Phew. Ooh. Nice shot, using the terrain against me. But you just told me where you are. I don't have a wait. Wind's picking up. Better make this good. Bam! Maybe the toughest shot I've ever made. Now is... And now your time is... Okay, you know, normally I break down this, but I'm not gonna leave it at a cliffhanger. Let's go. Amelia Lacroix. Impossible. She was kidnapped after her husband's murder. We thought she was dead. Wait, she must have killed Gerard. Oh no. I'm a fool. I hazard. Bam. I have no more in me. But who will protect my family now? End. Okay. A very action-packed comic there. Alright, so let's break this down from these slides. From these comic slides. Alright, so they're heading here, so it looks like the mission is a success. Oh, hey! Banner for Ilios, which is the map. Just a vacation poster, but nice Easter egg there. What exactly did Are these like super high explosive rounds? I know this is the future, but that's a lot of firepower, and this is, you know, not proportional, I feel. Like, if it had hit something, it fell over, but again, an explosion of this size is a bit, you know, overkill. Okay, she takes the shot. It looks like it's in between two buildings. And it turns out that the sniper is none other than Widowmaker. Well, this is clearly Widowmaker, right? Her name Emile Lecoq. And we learn a little bit more about Gerald. And apparently, oh, this is the classic, you know, sniper shot, right? Is that she fires and she actually shot right through the rifle. It actually doesn't look that bad. I honestly thought that the round had actually hit Anna, but it looks like it's a shrapnel shot. Now, shrapnel is still no laughing matter. Like, because Anna's face was so close to the scope, like glass could have got it in her eye, metallic parts could have got it in her eye. But it's definitely not as bad as a direct hit. Still terrible, but you know, that's what it is. And just like that, it ends. Okay, so what do we know? What do we know? So we see Anna, you know, very motherly, which is interesting, right? Because if you read interviews or words with sniper, with actual snipers, Simon Heyo from Finland, or what's the name of the Vasily something from Russia, or Chris Kyle from the US, like a lot of them, you ask them why they do it. This applies for a lot of other soldiers like him, like Morrison here, is that you do it to protect your family. Like, she really knows this team. If you contrast this to some other members, like even her own daughter, in the previous comic that we read, if you haven't read it, number 1, go and read the comic, number 2, go and watch my video, number 3, like and subscribe to all of them. It's like, no, that was never part of Farah's worldview, but no, this one is every single member matters, and she is not somebody who takes pride in the killing. Like, she even has empathy for the people she's shooting, but she understands that it must be done, which, you know, falls in line. You know, Overwatch was always supposed to be the good guys, the paragon of good. One thing you notice, like how young this team is. It looks like maybe in their 30s. You know, the sniper on sniper duel that she ultimately loses. Again, if she just had put the second shot, yeah, if she had immediately fired the second shot, there was a good chance she would have gotten it off. That said, she made the mistake of not doing the double tap, which is to fire twice, although with the rifle it can be difficult, especially if hers was bolt action. If it's like the one in the game, it still, you know, takes a second to cycle the shot. And that's definitely a tough ass helmet. Like, Emile took no real damage from that. I am assuming that she moved to another position. Oh no, mate. Oh no, this is her turning and then taking the shot. Alright, with that we are done. If you want to know what happens next time in the next comic, do like and subscribe. In fact, in the next comic, instead of doing Anna, the lore breakdown, we'll do Widowmaker. But tune in next time, like and subscribe for the Z-Lot.